Have you ever gone to bed feeling perfectly fine, only to wake up to a health crisis you never saw coming? Like Ruth, a 71-year-old who collapsed in silence on her bedroom floor, many of us are unaware that small, nightly habits could be quietly raising our stroke risk. This video reveals the surprising bedtime mistakes that could put your brain in danger and shares simple, science-backed changes you can make tonight to protect your health. Because stroke prevention starts in your bedroom, not the ER. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video, you can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know, so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. 1. What happens in your body while you sleep? Sleep is often perceived as a tranquil period of rest and rejuvenation, a time when the body and mind recover from the day's demands. However, for individuals over the age of 65, sleep can also be a phase of heightened vulnerability due to physiological changes that occur with aging. During sleep, several critical systems in the body undergo significant shifts, and these changes can become less predictable and more precarious as we age, potentially increasing health risks. When you lie down and drift into sleep, your body initiates a series of natural adjustments to conserve energy and promote healing. Your heart rate gradually slows, reducing the demand on your cardiovascular system. Your blood pressure decreases, allowing your blood vessels to relax, and your breathing becomes slower and more shallow, reflecting a lower metabolic rate. These changes are part of the parasympathetic nervous system's dominance during sleep, which facilitates rest and recovery. In younger individuals, these adaptations are typically seamless, supporting the body's restorative processes without issue. However, for older adults, these nighttime shifts can sometimes become problematic. Aging affects the elasticity of blood vessels, the efficiency of the heart, and the regulation of breathing, making these systems less resilient. For instance, instead of a gentle dip in blood pressure, some seniors experience orthostatic hypotension, a significant drop that can lead to dizziness or fainting, especially if they wake and stand up suddenly. Similarly, breathing may become excessively shallow, particularly in individuals with conditions like snoring or obstructive sleep apnea, a disorder characterized by repeated pauses in breathing during sleep. Sleep apnea is alarmingly common among older adults, with estimates suggesting that up to 31% of seniors may have undiagnosed cases, according to the National Institute on Aging. The dangers intensify when you consider the effects of sleeping in a fully flat position. In younger individuals, lying flat poses little risk, as the body efficiently manages blood flow and intracranial pressure. However, for older adults with compromised vascular health, such as weakened veins, stiffened arteries, or impaired circulation, lying flat can cause blood to pool in the brain, increasing intracranial pressure. This can be particularly hazardous for those with pre-existing conditions like hypertension or atherosclerosis. Additionally, sleep apnea exacerbates these risks by causing intermittent drops in blood oxygen levels and spikes in blood pressure throughout the night. These repeated disruptions create a roller coaster effect on the cardiovascular and neurological systems, placing significant strain on the brain when it should be in a state of rest. The American Stroke Association highlights that sleep apnea can increase stroke risk by up to 4-fold in older adults, largely due to these fluctuations in oxygen and blood pressure. Over time, this nightly stress can weaken blood vessels, promote inflammation, and increase the likelihood of clot formation, all of which are precursors to stroke. For seniors, the cumulative impact of these disruptions can make sleep less restorative and more hazardous, underscoring the need for proactive measures to mitigate these risks. 2. 3 smart hydration rules to protect your brain at night. Proper hydration is a cornerstone of health, but its timing and method are particularly critical for older adults, especially during sleep. Drinking adequate fluids is essential for maintaining healthy blood volume, supporting circulation, and ensuring optimal brain function. However, consuming most of your fluids late in the evening can inadvertently stress your heart, bladder, and brain, particularly during the vulnerable hours of sleep. To address this, medical experts advocate not only for sufficient hydration but also for strategic timing and composition of fluid intake. Here are 3 evidence-based hydration rules designed to safeguard your brain and reduce stroke risk during sleep. Rule 1. Stop drinking water 90 minutes before bed. One of the simplest yet most impactful changes you can make is to cease fluid intake at least 90 minutes before bedtime. This allows your kidneys sufficient time to process the fluids already in your system, reducing the likelihood of needing to wake up to use the bathroom, a common issue for seniors known as nocturia. Nocturia not only disrupts sleep but also increases the risk of sudden blood pressure drops when standing, which can lead to dizziness or falls. A 2014 study published in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine found that halting fluid intake 1.5 hours before bed reduced nighttime awakenings by 47% in older adults. This reduction in sleep interruptions promotes deeper, more restorative sleep and minimizes cardiovascular strain, lowering the risk of stroke-causing disruptions. Rule 2. Front-load your hydration during the day. Rather than trying to catch up on hydration in the evening, prioritize fluid intake during the morning and afternoon when your body is active and better equipped to absorb and utilize water. Think of hydration as a savings account. Consistent deposits throughout the day yield better results than a last-minute rush. The Mayo Clinic recommends that seniors consume 7 to 9 cups, 1.7 to 2.2 liters, of fluid daily, depending on individual factors like body weight, activity level, and climate. By concentrating the majority of this intake before 6 p.m., you ensure that your body is adequately hydrated before sleep without overloading your system during the night. This approach supports stable blood volume and circulation, reducing the risk of dehydration-related complications, such as blood clots or elevated blood pressure, that can contribute to stroke. Rule 3. Choose smarter fluids at night. If you feel thirsty close to bedtime, avoid beverages that can disrupt your system, such as sugary drinks, caffeine, or alcohol. These substances can either stimulate your nervous system, impair sleep quality, or act as diuretics, exacerbating dehydration. Instead, opt for a small glass of water infused with a pinch of pink Himalayan salt and a few drops of lemon juice, consumed about 2 hours before bed. This gentle combination provides a balanced source of electrolytes, which helps maintain proper fluid balance and prevents overnight dehydration without overtaxing your bladder. Pink Himalayan salt contains trace minerals like potassium and magnesium, which support cardiovascular health, while lemon juice adds a mild flavor and aids digestion. By adopting these 3 hydration habits, you can enhance circulation, stabilize blood pressure, and promote restful sleep, all of which contribute to a lower stroke risk. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 3. The sleeping position that quietly raises your risk. The position in which you sleep can have a profound impact on your health, particularly for seniors whose circulatory and respiratory systems are more susceptible to strain. Many older adults prefer sleeping flat on their backs, believing it to be the most comfortable or natural position. However, this seemingly innocuous habit can pose significant risks to brain health and cardiovascular stability, especially after age 65. When you lie completely flat, gravity no longer assists in draining blood from the brain back to the heart, leading to potential pooling of blood in the cranial cavity. In younger individuals, the body's robust vascular system can compensate for this change. However, aging often brings stiffened arteries, weakened veins, and reduced circulatory efficiency, which can result in increased intracranial pressure when lying flat. This pressure buildup is particularly concerning for seniors with conditions like hypertension, atherosclerosis, or sleep apnea, as it can exacerbate blood pressure fluctuations and reduce oxygen delivery to the brain. A 2015 study in the Journal of Stroke and Cerebrovascular Diseases found that sleeping in a fully flat position increased the risk of nighttime stroke by 23% in older adults, particularly those with pre-existing cardiovascular issues. This heightened risk is partly due to the exacerbation of sleep apnea in the flat position, which can cause airway obstruction, leading to intermittent hypoxia, low oxygen levels, and surges in blood pressure. These disruptions strain the heart and blood vessels, increasing the likelihood of stroke or other cerebrovascular events. To mitigate these risks, experts recommend elevating the head and upper torso by 10 to 30 degrees during sleep. This can be achieved using a wedge pillow, an adjustable bed, or stacked pillows to create a gentle incline. This slight elevation facilitates better blood drainage from the brain, reduces intracranial pressure, and helps keep airways open, particularly for those with sleep apnea or chronic snoring. Additionally, elevating the head can alleviate symptoms of acid reflux, which is common among seniors and can further disrupt sleep. For an even more beneficial approach, consider side sleeping, particularly on the left side. A 2015 study published in the Journal of Neuroscience revealed that sleeping on the left side enhances the brain's glymphatic system, a waste-clearing mechanism that removes toxins and metabolic byproducts linked to neurodegenerative diseases and stroke risk. Left-side sleeping also promotes better blood flow to the heart and reduces pressure on the vena cava, improving overall circulation. By adopting these positional adjustments, seniors can significantly enhance their sleep quality and reduce their risk of stroke and other neurological complications. 4. Is your bedroom putting you at risk without you knowing? Even if you're diligent about managing your health, taking medications, monitoring blood pressure, and staying active, your bedroom environment can undermine these efforts if it's not optimized for sleep. Subtle factors like temperature, lighting, and electronics can have a profound impact on your cardiovascular and neurological health during the night. Here, we explore 3 often overlooked elements of your sleep environment and how to address them to minimize stroke risk and promote restorative sleep. Temperature. The hidden impact of a warm room. Many seniors prefer a warm bedroom to avoid discomfort from cold feet or stiff joints, but excessively warm temperatures can strain the cardiovascular system. When the room is too warm, your body must work harder to regulate its core temperature, leading to increased heart rate and blood pressure during sleep. 2 factors you want to keep stable. A 2018 study in The Lancet found that stroke risk rises during extreme temperature fluctuations, particularly in colder or overly warm environments, as the body struggles to adapt. The optimal bedroom temperature for sleep is between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit, 15 to 19 degrees Celsius. This range promotes vasodilation, reduces blood pressure spikes, and supports deeper, more restorative sleep stages, which are critical for reducing inflammation and cardiovascular stress. Lighting. The disruptive effects of blue light. Exposure to blue light from screens, such as smartphones, tablets, or televisions, before bed can significantly disrupt your sleep and brain health. Blue light suppresses the production of melatonin, the hormone responsible for regulating sleep-wake cycles. Beyond its role in sleep, melatonin has antioxidant properties that protect brain cells from oxidative stress, a factor linked to stroke severity. A 2019 study in Oxidative Medicine and Cellular Longevity found that lower melatonin levels were associated with worse outcomes in stroke patients, particularly older adults. To minimize this risk, avoid screens at least 1 hour before bed and use amber-colored lighting in the evening, as it emits warmer tones that are less disruptive to melatonin production. If screen use is unavoidable, enable blue light filters or night mode settings to reduce exposure. Electronics. Minimizing electromagnetic interference. The presence of electronics in the bedroom, such as smartphones, Wi-Fi routers, or even digital clocks, can subtly influence sleep quality. While the evidence on electromagnetic fields, EMFs, and health is still emerging, some studies suggest that prolonged exposure to EMFs may disrupt sleep patterns and increase stress on the nervous system. To create a sleep-friendly environment, keep electronic devices out of the bedroom or turn them off at night. If you use a phone as an alarm, place it in airplane mode to minimize EMF exposure. Additionally, consider using a traditional analog clock to reduce unnecessary electronic presence. By optimizing your bedroom environment, maintaining a cool temperature, minimizing blue light exposure, and reducing electronic interference, you can create a sanctuary that supports your cardiovascular and neurological health. These changes, combined with proper hydration and sleep positioning, form a comprehensive strategy to reduce stroke risk and enhance the restorative power of sleep. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 5. Addressing electronics in the bedroom. Minimizing hidden risks. The modern bedroom is often filled with electronic devices, Wi-Fi routers, cordless phones, smartphones, and charging stations that emit electromagnetic fields, EMFs. While the long-term health impacts of EMF exposure are still under investigation, emerging research suggests a potential link between electromagnetic interference and disrupted sleep, particularly in older adults who may be more sensitive to environmental stimuli. Poor sleep quality, in turn, is a known risk factor for cardiovascular strain and stroke. Stroke clinics and sleep specialists increasingly advocate for precautionary measures to create a sleep environment that supports neurological and cardiovascular health. Why electronics matter. EMFs from devices like Wi-Fi routers and smartphones may subtly interfere with the body's natural rhythms, including the production of melatonin, a hormone critical for sleep regulation and brain protection. A 2020 study in environmental research found that prolonged EMF exposure was associated with reduced sleep efficiency and increased nighttime awakenings in older adults. For seniors, who already face age-related declines in sleep quality, These disruptions can exacerbate blood pressure fluctuations and reduce oxygen delivery to the brain, both of which heighten stroke risk. Additionally, the blue light emitted by screens, even from devices in standby mode, can suppress melatonin, further compromising sleep and neurological health. Practical steps to reduce EMF exposure. To minimize potential risks, adopt these simple yet effective precautions. Switch to airplane mode. Place your smartphone in airplane mode at night to disable Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and cellular signals. This reduces EMF emissions while still allowing the device to function as an alarm clock if needed. Power down devices. Turn off Wi-Fi routers, smart speakers, and other non-essential electronics before bed. If your router must remain on, position it as far from the bedroom as possible, ideally in a separate room. Keep devices away from your pillow. Maintain a distance of at least 3 feet between your head and any electronic devices, including charging stations. Consider storing phones and tablets in a drawer or across the room to minimize exposure. Use analog alternatives. Replace digital clocks with analog ones to eliminate unnecessary EMF sources. If you use a cordless phone, keep the base station outside the bedroom. While more research is needed to fully understand the impact of EMFs, these precautions align with recommendations from stroke prevention programs and can enhance sleep quality, reduce cardiovascular stress, and create a calmer bedroom environment conducive to restful sleep. 6. 3 bedtime rituals to protect your brain while you sleep. Preparing your body and mind for sleep is a critical yet often overlooked aspect of stroke prevention, particularly for older adults. The following 3 bedtime rituals, inspired by practices used in stroke recovery clinics in the United States, Germany, and Japan, are designed to calm the nervous system, improve circulation, and promote restorative sleep. These rituals are simple, science-backed, and easy to incorporate into your nightly routine, offering tangible benefits for brain and cardiovascular health. Ritual 1. The neurological wind down. Before climbing into bed, dedicate 5 minutes to gentle movements that target the shoulders and neck, areas where tension often accumulates. Begin by rolling your shoulders in slow, controlled circles, 10 times forward and 10 times backward, to release tightness and improve blood flow. Next, perform gentle neck stretches. Tilt your head slowly toward each shoulder, holding for a few seconds, then lower your chin toward your chest and lift it back up. These movements stimulate the vagus nerve, a key component of the parasympathetic nervous system that regulates heart rate, blood pressure, and stress responses. A 2021 study published in Frontiers in Neurology found that older adults who practiced pre-sleep mobilization exercises experienced a 17% reduction in nighttime blood pressure spikes, a significant factor in stroke prevention. To amplify the calming effects, incorporate deep breathing. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 seconds. This diaphragmatic breathing enhances vagal tone, further lowering heart rate and promoting relaxation. Over time, this ritual can help your body transition into a restful state, reducing the cardiovascular strain associated with poor sleep. Ritual 2. Elevate your legs for better circulation. After a long day of standing or sitting, fluid and pressure can accumulate in the lower extremities, straining the heart and circulatory system. To counteract this, lie down and elevate your legs above heart level for 5 to 10 minutes before bed. You can prop your legs on a stack of firm pillows or rest them against a wall, ensuring a gentle incline. This position leverages gravity to facilitate venous return, reduce fluid buildup, and promote lymphatic drainage, all of which alleviate pressure on the heart and improve cerebral blood flow. A 2019 study in the Journal of Geriatric Cardiology demonstrated that seniors who practiced nightly leg elevation experienced improved morning blood pressure readings and a 30% reduction in nighttime leg cramps within 2 weeks. This ritual is particularly beneficial for individuals with edema, varicose veins, or a history of heart disease, as it supports overall cardiovascular efficiency. For added comfort, place a small pillow under your lower back to maintain a neutral spine, and avoid this practice if you have conditions like deep vein thrombosis unless cleared by a doctor. Ritual 3. Create a consistent sleep cue. Training your brain to recognize bedtime can significantly enhance sleep onset and quality. A consistent sensory cue, such as a specific scent, sound, or touch, acts as a Pavlovian signal, priming your nervous system for rest. Popular options include diffusing lavender or chamomile essential oil, playing a soothing soundscape like ocean waves or soft classical music, or performing a brief self-massage with magnesium or rosemary oil on your legs or hands. The key is repetition. Perform the same cue every night to build a strong association with sleep. A 2020 study conducted in Japan with older stroke patients, published in Sleep Medicine, found that those who used a consistent sensory cue fell asleep 28% faster and experienced 22% fewer nighttime awakenings compared to controls. Lavender, in particular, has been shown to reduce heart rate and promote delta wave activity, associated with deep sleep. If using oils, dilute them with a carrier like almond oil to avoid skin irritation, and test for allergies first. This ritual not only improves sleep quality but also reduces the neurological stress that can contribute to stroke risk. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 7. Medication and supplement combinations that quietly raise stroke risk. Medications and supplements play a vital role in managing health conditions, but certain combinations, especially when taken at night, can inadvertently increase stroke risk in older adults. Aging slows the body's ability to metabolize drugs, amplifying the potential for adverse interactions. Below are 5 common medication and supplement combinations flagged by stroke recovery clinics and emergency room physicians, along with practical steps to minimize risks. Combo 1. Blood pressure medications plus diuretics at night. Many seniors take blood pressure medications like ACE inhibitors, e.g., lisinopril, or beta blockers, e.g., metoprolol, alongside diuretics, e.g., furosemide, to manage hypertension or fluid retention. However, taking these drugs at night can cause an excessive drop in blood pressure, known as nocturnal hypotension, which reduces cerebral blood flow during sleep. This is particularly dangerous in the early morning hours, when stroke risk peaks. The Hypertension Optimal Treatment Study, 1998, found that nighttime diuretic use doubled the incidence of early morning dizziness and fainting in seniors. What to do? Consult your doctor about shifting diuretics to the morning or early afternoon to allow fluid processing before bedtime. Use a wrist blood pressure cuff to monitor nighttime readings, aiming for stable values above 90/60 millimeter of mercury during sleep. Regular monitoring can help detect patterns of hypotension. Combo 2. Sleep aids plus antihistamines. To combat insomnia or allergies, some seniors combine prescription sleep aids, e.g., zolpidem, with over-the-counter antihistamines like diphenhydramine, Benadryl. Both classes of drugs depress the central nervous system, slowing breathing and reducing oxygen levels during sleep. In older adults with undiagnosed sleep apnea, this can lead to hypoxia, confusion, falls, or vascular instability. A 2016 study in Drugs and Aging reported that this combination tripled the risk of stroke-like symptoms in adults over 70. What to do? Prioritize non-pharmacological sleep strategies, such as the bedtime rituals described above. If medications are necessary, ask your doctor to review your full medication list for potential interactions and consider safer alternatives, like low-dose melatonin under medical supervision. Combo 3. Blood thinners plus omega-3 or turmeric. Blood thinners like warfarin or clopidogrel are commonly prescribed to prevent clots, but combining them with supplements like fish oil or turmeric, which have natural anticoagulant properties, can increase the risk of excessive bleeding, including intracranial hemorrhages that mimic or trigger hemorrhagic stroke. A 2018 meta-analysis in thrombosis research highlighted that patients often underestimate the potency of these supplements. What to do? Disclose all supplements to your doctor, even those labeled natural. Regular blood tests, such as INR for warfarin users, can monitor clotting levels. If omega-3s are needed for heart health, your doctor may adjust dosages to balance benefits and risks. Combo 4. Statins plus grapefruit or grapefruit supplements. Statins, e.g., atorvastatin, simvastatin, are widely used to manage cholesterol, but grapefruit and its supplements block the liver enzyme, CYP3A4, responsible for metabolizing these drugs. This causes statins to accumulate in the bloodstream, increasing the risk of toxicity, muscle damage, and vascular strain, which can indirectly elevate stroke risk. The interaction is particularly potent with grapefruit supplements, which are concentrated. What to do? Avoid grapefruit in all forms, juice, fruit, or supplements, unless your doctor confirms compatibility with your specific statin, e.g., pravastatin is less affected. Check medication labels and dietary supplements for hidden grapefruit derivatives. Combo 5. Antidepressants plus herbal calming aids, e.g., St. John's wort or CBD. Antidepressants like SSRIs, e.g., sertraline, or SNRIs, e.g., duloxetine, are often paired with herbal supplements like St. John's wort or CBD to manage anxiety or improve sleep. However, these combinations can disrupt serotonin levels, leading to serotonin syndrome, a potentially life-threatening condition characterized by agitation, high blood pressure, and increased stroke risk. St. John's wort also induces liver enzymes, reducing the efficacy of other medications, including blood thinners. A 2019 study in clinical pharmacology and therapeutics noted significant risks in older adults using these combinations. What to do? Inform your doctor about all herbal supplements and CBD use. Avoid St. John's wort if on antidepressants, and use CBD only under medical supervision, starting with low doses. Regular mood and blood pressure monitoring can help detect early signs of adverse effects. That's a wrap on how small changes in your bedtime routine can protect your brain and lower your stroke risk. From Ruth's story to the science of your brain's night crew, we've covered practical steps to make your nights safer and healthier. What's one key thing you've learned today that you're ready to put into practice? Maybe it's adjusting your sleep position, timing your water intake, or checking your medications. Drop a comment below and share that one change you'll start tonight. If you found this video helpful, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more tips to keep you thriving.